If you are a midlife mom who feels stuck and sick and tired of listening everybody else's advice, this video is for you. You may be thinking, this strategy doesn't work. The truth is, you're missing a very important piece between the strategy and the implementation. What's in the middle? It's you. You understanding yourself is missing. In the school settings, we call individual learning plan. Today, you're gonna learn how to create your own individual learning plan based on your strengths and weakness, so you can customize any strategy into your own plan before you implement to change your life. Before we create your individual learning plan, let's talk about why it's not working. One of the reasons for midlife moms is usually you're just overwhelmed. You're carrying everybody else's mental load and meeting everybody's needs. There is a little time for yourself to even reconnect with yourself. Are you ready to craft your own individual learning plan? Before we move further, I want you to get a piece of paper and draw a line in the middle and strengths and challenges so it's clear. Let's start with strengths. I'm going to ask you 3 questions to help you get going. First, what comes naturally to you? Is it gardening? Is it cooking or playing music or writing? Whatever you can think of, write it down. The second question, what makes you happy? What is it? Could it be nature? That's me. Maybe doing some craft? Or is it learning new language? The final question is, how do you learn best? Have you ever thought about it? I'm a visual learner, also tactile learner. You gotta understand what kind of learning you prefer, because without knowing that key piece, it's hard to move on. So I want you to spend some time and write them down. Let's move on to the second part, which is challenges or obstacles. So here are 3 questions that I can help you get started. The first question is, what do you tend to avoid? There are lots of things I avoided for the longest time. One of them is actually reading. I didn't like reading. I felt reading was wasting my time. So that's one of the things. What about you? I want you to write it down under the letter challenges. Second question is, what makes you overwhelmed? Could it be people? Could it be the place? Or could it be just noise? I want you to identify what makes you overwhelmed or overstimulated. The final question is, what distracts you the most? For example, my case, I get distracted by the phone and also thinking about meeting others' expectations. I want you to be honest with yourself, because whatever you write it down on the piece of paper, you don't have to share with anybody. It's for you to understand how you can learn better, so you can start taking small actions to change your life. Now you understand how to create your own individual learning plan. I want to share an example so you can customize any strategy that will work for you. A few years ago, I read the book called The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. You're right, you gotta get up at 5. No, I'm just joking. If you want to, you can. Because I understand that I'm an early riser, I could do it, but that's not for everybody. The strategy in the book is simply this. 3 20 minutes blocks. The first 20 minutes, movement. The second 20 minutes, reflection. The third 20 minutes, it's learning. So, I started following exactly 20-20-20. But soon I found out it just wasn't for me. I felt so stuck. Based on my individual learning plan, I decided to walk instead of running or any exercise on the app. I focused on just morning walk for first 20 minutes. Then I decided for journaling for 20 minutes for the second block. And the third one, I began my journey with watching YouTube video, how to do things, but it wasn't really me. So I decided to read instead. You need to be flexible to update what works and not, and just simplify it and customize to what works for you. Because when you look at the strategy, you feel like you have to follow everything what this strategy says. But it's not. It's your job to customize so this strategy fits into your lifestyle. That's what's missing. That's why nothing was working. Let's review what we talked about. First, we talked about why you feel stuck even though you've been trying so many strategies. Then we moved on to creating your individual learning plan so you can customize any strategy out there. Because you don't need any new plan or strategy into your life. You want to create the one works just for you based on who you are. So stop following random advice out there. Instead, create your individual learning plan today, because that piece is the key to change your life. Because nothing works unless you understand who you are. If you find this content helpful, please click on the subscribe button so you won't miss any future video from me. And thank you for being here, and thank you for watching.